Well, it's close enough to 8 a.m. here on the Eastern Time Zone. So I'm Jacob. Today we're going to be streaming about 2 hours of coding, probably closer to an hour 40. Honestly, I got to take off a little earlier for this week at the 8 a.m. time slot. If you don't know me, my name is Jacob McGivern. I'm a beginner junior developer, uh, age 21, and trying to become a developer. Uh, Seeing how long it's going to take me. So what I'm going to do for these live streams, maybe not all of them, but at least most of them here in the short run, will be FreeCodeCamp.com. Now, I explained in my introduction video a little bit about it, but I guess for my first live stream, I suppose I will share with you guys uh, what is FreeCodeCamp. To get started though, before I even say anything about it, I'm not affiliated with it whatsoever. I don't get paid to stream this. I would like to, and I'll tell you guys if I do get paid to do it, but I am not at the moment getting paid to stream this. I'm not affiliated with it. The reason why I chose Free Code Camp, because there's a lot of code camps. There's like a lot of websites where you can learn programming, like Audacity. Uh, they're all escaping my head right now. Hold on. There's Code Academy. There's Team Treehouse. There's Full Stack Academy, Code School. You know, there's a lot of them, right? So why'd I choose Team Treehouse out of all of these? Let me make sure my microphone is all good and set, though. It sounds like it's okay. Let me just move this over. So I chose Free Code Camp because of what it can do for me in the short run, more so than the long run. I mean, every code camp, every place you're going to learn code is going to teach you how to learn code, right? More specifically, Free Code Camp kind of emphasizes more on the let's collapse all these front end development, data visualization, which is basically more front end, but it's all like web design stuff primarily. You know, you're not learning much Java or C++ or Python or anything. It's mainly HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and the surrounding areas. So you'll learn all that in any code school. So what do I mean by what I'll learn in the short run? Well, let me open this back up. I shouldn't have closed it. Basically, after you finish front-end development, data visualization, back-end, you get this available to you, which is non-profit projects. Now, basically, these are Free Code Camp basically takes in requests from, sorry if you can hear my chair squeak, Free Code Camp basically takes in requests from non-profits that need something done for them, whether it's a website or some database design work or something. And basically, Free Code Camp says, hey, we know people who can do it because they've completed our courses. They've completed our certifications. So I'm a giving person. Basically, the reason why I want to learn code is to give. You know, I already have plans on who I can help with me learning to code. You know, I learned IT as far as computer diagnostics because I had a lot of friends and teachers at school and my own family that needed someone who knew that stuff. So I learned it. Then, you know, I wanted to help people in third world countries get energy. So I learned how to set up solar panel systems and studied electrical engineering for 3 years. And now I can see opportunities to where I can help someone by knowing how to be a developer and code. So I'm learning how to code. That's just how I work. So for me to be able to help different nonprofits, is a fantastic way for me to learn, for me to put something on my resume, in my portfolio, and for me to help someone, most importantly. So, yeah. So that's a little bit of why I'm doing FreeCodeCamp. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, things are going well here. I was just checking out the quality of the stream. It seems decent. The webcam I know is a little shoddy. It's probably not I think it's recording at 480p. It's just what it is. You know, if I make some money off this, like $60 in the long run or short run, whenever, from recording these videos and streams, then you know, I'll invest in a better webcam. But as of right now, I don't believe it's completely all that necessary. Because it's not really about my face. It's about, the code and what we're going to learn together. So I'm going to get started on my coding adventure now. And learning. I've already started this front-end development certification just because I couldn't help myself. I really wanted to start coding. So I've done this stuff, which is basically basic HTML, CSS. I already knew a little bit coming in because I have basically a whole library of different books. So this one's Learning Web Design that I have next to me all the time. I've got a couple in my car just in case like I'm waiting for someone, like when picking someone up. And I also have about, I don't know, 15 books in the bookshelf behind me right there. So you might see me reference these books. Anything else I want to talk about before we get started? So basically, I guess I go over my schedule. Basically, I stream 8 to 10, noon to 2, and 6 to 8, tentatively, Monday through Friday. And then no guaranteed streams on Saturday. Basically, if I have time, I'll stream a little bit. And then no streams on Sunday, ever. So those are all Eastern Standard Time. Let's see, I've got my stream health is yellow. Video output low. Okay, it's wanting me to change something for my stream. 1 second. Okay. Oh, it really wants me to change something. Sorry, a little new to this. Not terribly new, but new enough where I can mess something up. Ha ha ha. I'm new with streaming on YouTube, at least. Okay. Excellent. Just had to make a few changes. So, where are we at now? Let's go to... Lastly, I wanted to talk about, you know, my channel in general. Will I just be doing... will I just be doing streams? Will I... like, what am I going to put on my channel? So I'm going to have these streams that I'm doing 3 times a day. I'm also going to try to be doing videos, informational guides, tutorials as I learn stuff. You know, I can't do a tutorial until I learn it, and I really can't do a tutorial until I master it. I've always was taught that if you can teach someone something, you've mastered that material. And of course, I want to be a master of coding, especially, you know, this front-end development stuff, to make websites for people on the side, whatever, to my job, ultimately. So hopefully I can, as I get better in my speaking skills, also get better in, you know, to making videos and such, to help you guys out. You know, this, as I said in my introduction video, this this whole thing isn't just for you, isn't just for me. It's literally for both of us simultaneously, because you benefit from me and I benefit from you. Not one without the other. So, with that whole long spiel, let's get started into coding and learning how to code. Okay, so what does it say here? So basically how I'm going to do this is I'm going to read what it wants me to do and then try to do it. And if I need help, I'll ask the chat if anyone's watching. And I'll look into my book if I need help, or I'll Google. So basically doing this together. There are several default fonts that are available in all browsers, monospace serif, sans serif. When one font isn't available, you can tell the browser to degrade to another font. Okay, so basically I want Helvetica, but if that's not available, I want to do sans serif. And you can use this code. Now comment out your call to Google Fonts. Okay. Call. Okay, so that's this. This is how you make a comment. I think it was like this. Oh boy. There we go. Was it just one? Was it one arrow or two? It's definitely two. Okay. That's good. I remembered how to make a comment. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Doing a few things at once here. Gotta make sure everything is going well here on this side of the streaming side. Educate. Sorry, I just need some background music. Just low and light. Okay. No. Okay, we commented it out. Comment out your call to Google for the lobster font by putting... I already do that. I'm quite sure I already did that. Let's see. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, so it only checks it if you submit it. Okay, so add images to your Google. Add images to your website by using the image element img and point to a specific image's URL using the source attribute. Example of this would be image source and then the website. All image elements must have an alt attribute. Alt attribute is used for screen readers to improve accessibility and is displayed if the image fails to load. Let's add an alt attribute to our image example above. Okay, so where are we putting this? We're just putting it at the top. So I'm going to assume. I'm going to put it right here, I guess. I don't know where else it wants it to be. Okay, so it wants this image, so we're going to do image source equals quotes. I'm just going to copy and paste this for ease of access. Then we also need an alt attribute. Alt attribute. Okay. Does it say what it wants in the alt? Okay, so kitty. Alt equals kitty. Oops. Kitty. I think that's what it wants. Your image element must have an alt attribute. Alt. Maybe it needs to be in quotes. It might be. Yeah. See, we're learning, boys. We're learning. Or girls. CSS has a property called width. It controls an element's width. Just like with tons of fonts, we'll use pixels, px, to specify the image's width. For example, if we want to create a CSS class called, for larger images, if we want to create a CSS class called larger image that gave HTML elements with a width of 500 pixels, we'd use that. Create a class. Okay, create a class. Been a while since we created a class. I think that was a class, if I remember correctly. This is a class. So I'll go over here. I'll go called smaller image. Okay. And use it to resize the image so that it's only 100 pixels wide. 100 pixels wide. All right. Does it want a image element? Okay. So I would do, where's my image? There it is. Okay, and I would do width equals smaller image. Might need to be in quotes again. It might. No, it doesn't. Okay, so what am I doing wrong here? Anyone in the chat know? So I definitely did this right. I'm pretty sure. Larger image. I wrote smaller image. Larger. Wait, did it want smaller? Yeah, it was supposed to be smaller. What? Did I do larger up here? Smaller image. Did I type it right? Text is smaller image. Okay. Wait a second. Why do I... Let's see. How do I use this red? So it's class. That's what it is. Class. With width equals, so it's definitely in quotes. Class. Style.larger image. 100 pixel. Semicolon that and style. I wonder if, okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. There. And we had h2 class equals red text. So let's do image class equals smaller image. Hey! We did it, boys. We got her done. We got her done. Okay, CSS borders have properties like style, color, and width. For example, if we wanted to create a red 5-pixel border around an HTML element, we could use this class. Thin red border, border color red, border width 5 pixel, and border style solid. So, we need to create another style. So we'll go up here, and we'll call it thick green border. And I wonder what the properties of this is going to be. Thick green border. It's going to be 10 pixels wide. So border width equals 10 pixels. We've got a color green, I'm supposing. Border color. Wait, it's not an equal sign, it's a colon. Gotta keep with the syntax here. It's probably gonna be green. Can we do just green? Yeah, probably. And then we need, lastly, border style solid. Okay, around an HTML element. Remember that you can apply multiple classes to an element by separating each class with a space and within its class attribute. For example, image class equals class 1 and class 2. Oh, okay, so image class. Okay, so we just do a comma, was it? Oh, space. So I just put space, thick green border. Image element should have the class thick green border. Well, isn't that what I just did? Thick green border. Border width is 10 pixels. This is annoying me. Create a image. Create your image with a border with 10 pixels. Thick green border. Well, that is certainly what I have. Small yawn. It is 8:22 in the morning. I'm allowed to have a few yawns. Let's see. So smaller image is still active. Oh, you know what? It's quotes around the whole thing. They're not individualized, the quotes. So it's like that. Oh, look at that cute border it did. I like it. Can do that around any element? Huh. Cool things that you can do. I'm gonna have to grab this, making a little bit of noise. Okay. Cool, okay. Okay, your cat photo currently has sharp corners. You can change the corners angles. Oh, we can have those rounded out. Called border radius. You can specify a border radius with pixels. Give your cat photo a border radius of 10 pixels. Well, I just do border radius 10px. Oh, so what if I did like 13px? Because, you know, you gotta try out different things. Let's do like 50px. Let's really see what this thing does. Oh, made it a circle. That's pretty cool. What about 3? So you kind of can see it. Kind of can see the change. Not so much there. Okay, now you can. Oh, yeah. Okay, what they want, like 10? I like that one, actually. It's almost like octagon. I think they wanted 10. Alright, 25 challenges complete. We'll probably go till about 9:30, honestly. Yeah, today's going to be a shorter one. I have to go pick someone up. So while I wait, I'll probably be reading more coding stuff. That's just how it goes. If you guys are following along, or, you know, this, so far this, I don't know how long this we've been going for, but somewhere around 20 minutes. If this has intrigued you guys to start your own FreeCodeCamp journey with me, I would definitely suggest code every day. Now, I don't mean code 6 hours a day like I'm trying to do. What I mean by code every day is, I mean, at least spend 1 hour. 1 hour coding. Whatever. Like, just do something coding related, even 1 hour a day. It could be watching a YouTube video that's an hour long, you know, while you're working out. It can be actually physically coding. It could be reading a coding book for an hour. Do something coding related for an hour, and you'll learn so much faster. It'll stick. You'll basically have content overload. Otherwise, if you're just starting to learn how to code or program and you haven't done it before, because you're going to get hit with so many different things that you're not going to remember it for day 2 or day 3 or whatever. So just 1 hour. You know, if you want to do more, but 1 to 3, I'm saying, until you start building up a good foundation is definitely what I would recommend. I have roots in Java, Python, C++, HTML, and CSS a little bit, not as much as those 3. So I started learning how to code way back in 2007, 2008, I want to say, is when I first started to look at code. So, you know, I've never really stopped since, but I've stopped being serious about it. Meaning, I stopped coding every day. So, if you code every day, your learning experience will be so much better than if you try to cram 8 hours because you're just really in the mood for it one day and then not do it for the next week. Okay, in addition to pixels, make circular image. Hey, we did that in the practice. 50%. Oh, so it doesn't have to be just pixels. It can be 50%. Oh, what about 100%? Exact same thing. 20, 30%. Oh, so it's like the same thing. Yeah, because if we did 10% and we need 10 pixels, it's the exact same thing. What a ripoff. 50%. I really like how this website, you know, you can see everything it does pretty much in real time. Well, every time you hit Control Enter, because it just really helps you learn. You can see what it actually does, you know, one thing at a time. So A elements, also known as anchor elements, are used to link content outside of the current page. Here's a diagram of A element. In this case, A element, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but is used in the middle of a paragraph element, which means the link will appear in the middle of a sentence. Okay, I gotta digest that one more time. Here's a diagram of an A element. In this case, the A element is used in the middle of a paragraph. Okay, so I see paragraph. Here's for you, okay, to follow. And then inside of it is a href, probably hypertext, hyperlink reference. Okay. No, it doesn't say where for me to actually make this. Well, Actually, there aren't. Oh, yeah, there's a P right there. I guess I'm going to do it at the bottom. P. And wants me to write what? Here's does it want a closing? No. Okay. Here's and go a href equals quotes http://freecatphotoapp.com. Probably, oops. Probably close it, I'm assuming. Yes. Wait. So I do this plus closing tag. It's kind of weird. This kind of seems off balance to me. It seems like now you have the A here. Let's enlarge this. You have the A here that opens in the closing here. Oh, you know what? Okay, so this is just like if you do left angle A, right angle. It's just left angle A, something, right angle. Okay, so it does complete it. It is even. Okay, then we close that, have a link to that, and then photo. Then you want to close paragraph. Your A element should have the anchor text. Oh, okay. So the anchor text is right afterwards. Anchor text of cat photos. I don't think this needs to be in quotes. There we go. Here's the cat photos. Oh, can we close that? See if it takes us there. No. But it does say freecatphotoapp.com in the bottom left. So, if I open a new tab. Oh, it does take us there. Well, then. It sends us to a cat falling asleep. Okay, I'm allergic to cats, so I won't stay there too long, because I might just go at you. Okay, where are we at? I already did this. I already did this. Why aren't you... Can you please continue? No, I don't... Please okay. Whoop. We are going to go back to the map, and I guess we'll manually click it. Link text. There it goes. King of the world. Nest an anchor element within a paragraph. Again, here's a diagram of an A element for your reference. I think I'm solid with it. P, A, P, href. Okay, that's the exact same thing. Nesting means just putting one element inside another. Now, nest your existing A element within a new P element just after the existing H2. Okay, so it wants me to just do this, I think. Oh, text with a space after it. Okay. Easy enough. Sometimes you want to add, I gotta read, how do you say a element? Anchor element. That's probably better. Sometimes you want to add an anchor element to your website before you know where they will link it. This is also handy when you're just changing the behavior of a link using jQuery, which we'll learn about later. Replace the value of your A element's href attribute with a hashtag or hash symbol. It'll turn it into a dead link. So I'm assuming it wants me to get rid of the quotes as well. So I just added another one. There we go. I'll do space. Make it look nice. Cool. Okay, so if you don't know where you're going to link it to at the moment, you can just hold the spot with the hashtag symbol. Okay? We got this, guys. We got this. You can make elements into links by nesting them within an anchor element. You can make elements into links. Give it a good stretch. We've been at this for about half an hour. I forgot to bring water. Something I'm not going to make a mistake of next time. You can make elements into links by nesting them within an anchor element. Nest your image within an anchor element. So anchor href, yeah. That's what I got right here. Source. Nest your image within an A element. That was pretty easy. You know what? I'm going to like this stream because it's my stream. I like my streams. Oh, I got 2 thumbs up already. Well, thank you for whomever did a thumbs up. If you're in the chat lurking around, you know, say something, say hi. Pretty friendly. Okay. HTML has a special element for creating unordered lists or bullet point style lists. I gotta stop yawning. Oh. Well, that's the name of the game. 8 AM streams, because you want to get stuff done. HTML has, okay, unordered lists. Okay, I've done a little bit of this. Start with UL, and each element has the LI tag. Remove the last 2 P elements. Last 2. Okay, let me make sure that's what they want. And create an unordered list of 3 things that cats love at the bottom of the page. So I want to make an unordered list that has 3 elements. Scroll. Okay. Keep scrolling down. And then lastly, UL. Come on. Well, we got this one's got to be a closing tag. And these are as well. I'm not going to do the work 3 times, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste it. 3 things cats love. Water. Wait, they don't like water. Well, whatever. Food. Litter. Hey! I don't know what else they'd love. So, HTML has a special element for creating unordered lists or numbered style lists. Okay, so that last one was unordered list. This is ordered list. Create an ordered list of the top 3 things cats hate the most. Ordered list. We're going to close it right away just so we don't forget. We're going to go up and do, there's still the list elements. There's still list elements. Okay, but we still got to close these as well. It's probably better for me to just do one line, like with the closing, opening and closing tags, and then just pasting that whole thing. So cats don't like, they don't like rain, they don't like me, they don't like you. How's that? You should have an ordered list for top 3 things. Okay, so on to paragraph. Does it want it inside the paragraph? I don't think so. Top 3 things cats hate. And we gotta close it. There we go. We got this. Okay, now let's create a web form. Okay, now this is not something I know, but it seems pretty short. Let's create a web form. Text inputs are a convenient way to get input from your user. You can create one like this. Oh, you can grab, okay, so it's input. Oh, it's just a text field? Oh, I thought this would be fancy Nancy. You can create one like this. Okay, where do you want it? Your app should have an input. Do you have a spot you really want me to do it? Anywhere at all? Okay. Well, I can put it here. Input type equals text. I wonder if I can make a variable for that. Like, if I can store it in a variable and then put it into the list from there. Your placeholder text is what appears in your text input. Okay. Before your user has input anything. Oh. Okay, so it's in like a alt attribute. So where'd I put that? I put that somewhere around here, I thought. Would they erase it? I think they did. No, they didn't. It's just at the very bottom. Put type text. So then it goes space placeholder equals quotes cat photo URL. Cat photo URL. Cool, but I've got a question. Can I actually type in this? Okay, so it's just faded out. It's not like legit words. Like, you know how sometimes you have those text boxes where like it says, I don't know, place text here, but then you start typing and it just like shifts over place text here. You actually have to delete it. So this is just like in the background, hidden. Okay. Target acquired. You can build web forms that actually submits data to a server using nothing more than pure HTML. You can do this by specifying an action on your form element. My form element. Do I have a form element? Nest your text field in a form element. Okay. Form. Form. I really wish this would be big, or scroll down beyond just the last thing. Wait, what if I did this? Hey, Jacob Smart. Slash form. Then we want to have an action equals slash submit cat photo. Now why didn't that work? Anyone got a clue in the chat? Input type. So what we're gonna do, I think it needs to be submit action. This action thing needs to go. Well, I think this stays over here. It's over there. And this goes over here. Make your form has an action attribute. Oh, it goes like this. Haha. I got it. See, with a little bit of persistence, you can do anything that's coding related. A little bit of persistence. And a little bit of luck. Haha. Let's add this. Let's add a submit button to your form. Clicking this button will send the data from your form to the URL you specified with your form's action attribute. Okay, here's an example submit button. Okay, so this is also going in the form. Form. I'll do it down here, I think. You know what? I think it has to be here. Submit. Oh wait, it's gotta be button type. With type submit. Okay, so what I think it wants is so just like I have input, I think it wants button type equals submit. Learning just like you guys are. Submit the form slash button. This button. Okay, so that looks good. Is that what it wants? Okay, so it should just have submit. Okay, so let's go over what we just did. So we have this form, kind of broad spectrum, saying, here's a form. Because I think if I just do form, no, it's not asking for this, but, oh, I didn't mean to send it. If we just did that, it doesn't do anything. So basically, it's for semantics. or rather just like sectioning, it's saying this area I'm going to put stuff that relates to a form. Okay, so what are we doing in this form area? Well, submit cat photo. So what did the action do? Okay, so action specifies where I'm sending it to. Cat photo URL. Okay, yeah. So it's saying, okay, so whatever action we do, it's getting sent to here. So now we're going to make a button, and then directly after that, we're going to have a place where we can text. So it's going to submit the cat photo URL. Okay, I'm probably making you guys more confused. The action is done to the cat photo URL. The action. Okay, we're submitting. Action submit URL. Okay, I got it. Yep, I'm good. Just needed some few brief moments to figure this out. I just messed around with the webcam a little bit. You can require specific form fields so that your user will not be able to submit your form until he or she makes sense. For example, if you wanted to make text input field required, you can just add the word required within your input element. You would use input type, your text that you want, and then required. Like that. We got this. You can use radio buttons for questions where you want the user to only give you one answer. Radio buttons are a type of input. Each of your radio buttons should be... Oh, that's the dot things, like where you can select one choice out of like 5. Okay, so like the ordered list, so we had OL, then list, and OL. So this is the same thing where it's oh, but it's a type of input. So it's also in a form. Add a pair of radio buttons to your form. One should have the option of indoor, and the other one should have the option of outdoor. So it's a type of input. So I think I go like this. Input. Oh no, it goes label. Input type equals radio. Name. Indoor. Slash label. Okay. Oh, it doesn't have a second one. Okay. Indoor label. I wonder, do I do... I don't know if that's gonna work. think it will. Oh, I guess it did. Oh, just because it's in the same form? That's how they separate them? I guess so. Because you don't want to be able to click both of these at once with radio buttons. That'd be a checkbox, which I bet is the next thing we're going to do. Let's create a set of checkboxes. Forms commonly use checkboxes for questions that they may have more than one answer. Checkboxes are a type of input, label, name. Add to your form a set of 3 checkboxes. Each checkbox should be nested within its own label element. All 3 should share the name, attribute, personality. I'm going to go down here. I need some more spaces. Okay, so let's go up here. Label, it's a type of input. Type, I think it's called checkbox. Name, personality. Angry, label. And I'll write one more by hand. Label. It's a type of input. Type, checkbox. Has a name equal to personality. Sad. Label. And there's no sense of retyping this whole shebang. And we'll just make this happy. Okay, I got like nothing there. My label elements, okay, give personality. Did I misspell it or something? The hero. They are definitely spelled correctly. Those aren't checkboxes. Anyone in the chat got a suggestion here? Oh. You know, I should probably be looking at the big, bright pink thing that's staring into my face. Probably would be a good idea. Probably would have been a good idea. You can set a checkbox or radio button to be checked by default using the checked attribute. Yeah, checked. It's right after the name. Your first, oh, radio button. Easy enough. See, HTML though, to me, and CSS, obviously they go hand in hand, isn't really coding to me, because there's not much logic, it's more syntax. And I know there's a lot of syntax in Java, okay? For those, but there's not enough logic in it, like if statements, for loops, variables, and such. Maybe I just haven't gotten to that point of HTML and CSS. It might just be. I know JavaScript is like that though, where it's more logic based. This is more like organize your content. I'm not saying that it's a lot. It is a fair bit easier, but it's also a fair bit user friendly / easier on beginners. Just because it's less, it's good because you get into the habit of organizing your thoughts and ideas and thinking more rationally, logically, and such. So it's a good beginner point. It really is. Okay. Sorry about that. I just had to change a few settings. Do 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 do. Okay, just readjust my back. Okay, back into it. My goal, I guess, I'm going to stop right around 50 challenges complete for the day. Oh, for this morning's session. I'll head to about 50. I don't know when I started. I'll have to play it back. Looks like I started around 21. Yeah, I started around 21. So that's not too bad. 21, go to 50. So, 30 is a good amount. Maybe we'll head for 75 or so in the at the noon session. Okay, so where are we at? The div element or division element. Oh, I was just talking about this. HTML is more of division and separating your ideas and content instead of having a big whole program, working together. Okay, the divide element is the most commonly used. Okay, so commonly used means learn it. Okay, it's useful for passing the CSS of its own class declarations down to all the elements that it contains. Let me read that one more time. It's useful for passing the CSS of its own class declarations down to all the elements that it contains. Just like any other non-self-closing element. Okay, so you do normal semantics with it, div, close div. Try putting your opening div tags above things like cats love. Things cats love. Cats love. So it wants this to be div, end div. this to be start div. Okay, so but maybe I shouldn't have one on. I wanted to see what it did actually. Okay, so I can do it right here. Div. So if I get rid of it, nothing happens. Okay, it just divides it. You can set elements background color with background color property. You put this within your style element. Okay, so this is my style element. So just simply create a class. So I'll put my classes up here called silver background. And assign background color to be silver. Background color to be silver. Assign this to my div. So it would be div equals, oh boy, what was it? Div class, if I remember, class equals then background color. Oh, silver background was it? Hey, cool. Oh yeah, because you can't really, like, I could make a div element around this, and this could be like orange, and this one up here could be. Okay, so is just, I wonder if you can have division within division? Is that legit? Let's move on. In addition to classes, each HTML element can also have an ID attribute. There are several benefits to using ID attributes, and you'll learn more about them once you start using jQuery. ID attributes should be unique. Browsers won't enforce this, but it's widely agreed upon best practice, so please don't give more than one element the same ID attribute. Okay, ID attributes. So we're giving the form element, form, somewhere over here, form. ID equals cat photo form. One cool thing about ID attributes is that, like classes, you can style them using CSS. Oh, okay. Here's an example of how. You can take your element with the ID attribute of cat photo element and give it the background color of green in your style element. Note that inside your style element, you always reference the classes by putting a dot in front of their names. You always reference IDs by putting a hashtag. Try giving your form, which now has the ID attribute, cat photo green. Cat photo form has a green background. Okay, so we need to make another style, but this one for an ID, so that's why we're writing it in here. Ooh, it's cyan color. Element. Background color green. Inside your style element. do I do then? Class equals cat photo form. Do not give your form any class or style attributes. Your form element ID cat photo form. Little lost here. Cat photo element. Green. Sorry guys, I get quiet when I'm really in thought. Oh. Okay, so basically it's not, basically this is like, it really is a class. Almost like a method, you can say. And the method has all these different attributes here. And basically everywhere it should be 1-to-1. But anywhere that it has cat photo form ID, so if I made, let's see, if I did, I bet if I did ID here, cat photo form, it makes it green up here. So you should only use it once, but like you should only have one ID with that name. So don't do what I just did. But I just wanted to see if it would work, and it did. So that's what I encourage you guys, you know, if you think you have a handle on the content that you're just learning, try to expect what'll happen if you do it again, you know, on a different area that it didn't guide you through. So, like I just did. Okay, let's try to get 5 more in. Adjusting the padding of an element. Now let's put our cat photo app away for a little while. While we learn more about styling HTML. You may have already noticed this, but all HTML elements are essentially little rectangles. Yeah, sectioning. 3 important properties controlling the space that surrounds each HTML element is padding, margin, and border. I guess the border's in black. Margin, padding, padding. Okay. Here we can see that the green box and the red box are nice with the yellow box. Red box has more padding than the green box. When you increase the green box's padding, you'll increase the distance the text padding Change the padding of your green box to match that of your red box. Red box padding, 20 pixels. Green box, 20 pixels. Whoa. Okay, numlock. There it goes. Beautiful. Cat photo time again? No. An element's margin. Okay. Margin is the space around it. Here we can see that the green box and the red box are next to the red box has more margin, more space on the sides and up. Increase the change the margin of the green box to match that of the red box. So let's see what happens if we do like 50. Okay, so now it has 50 pixels wide between each element. So if we do 20, it'll go back to here. Beautiful. An element's margin controls the amount of space between an element's border and the surrounding element. Yeah, we just went over that. Didn't we? I'm pretty sure we just did. Try to set the margin to a negative value, like the one for the red box. Change the margin of the green box to -15. Interesting. I'm not sure why you want that though. Oh, padding top, padding left. Okay. Give the green box padding 40 pixels on the top. So padding, padding top 40 pixel. Padding left 40 pixels. Bottom and right 20. Padding bottom 20 pixels. Padding right 20 pixels. All right, going around pretty smooth. A couple more. Sometimes you will want to customize an element so that it has different margin on each of its sides. CS allows you to control the margin of an element on all 4 sides with margin top, margin right. Yeah. Didn't I just do this? Didn't I? I just did this, didn't I? Do they have it on here twice? What's the difference? Yes, dear. Okay, green box. We got a margin top and left, 40 pixel. Alright, let's do one more. Use clock. Oh, actually, let me check this map. We'll get to here, because that looks like different stuff. Use clockwise instead of specifying unspecified. You can specify them all in one line. Well, why didn't you tell me that before? These were clock. Okay, like a clock. Top, right, bottom, left. Top, right, bottom, left. Okay. Use clockwise notation to give padding. 40 pixel top. Right side is 20. Bottom is 20. Then 40 again. Whoa. What went wrong? top right. Top 40? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, instead of pixels, can I do percentage? Like, yeah. Okay, so I'm kind of curious what the difference is between pixel and percentage. Like, why would you use one instead of the other? Unless they mean the exact same thing, and it's just like a shorthand way of doing it. Okay, let's try it again with margin this time. I'm assuming it wants it for green box. 40 pixels on top, so we do margin, 40 pixel top. Then we go to the right side, 20 pixel. We go to the bottom, another 20 pixel. And we go to the right, left. Ooh, I just wrote 40. It should have been 40 px. That's better. Yeah, okay, so we're on to a different topic. I don't want to start this topic today. Well, at least for this morning session, as I've got to pick up someone. We did a fair amount. Wow, we went... Let's see, where were we? Add images to our website. So we were right around here. So we did all of that. Wow, that's a good amount. But hey, you be persistent and you'll get a lot done. So we should definitely be able to get through this section in the afternoon. And then, okay, I don't need to do this. I'll just skip this for now and do it on my own time. And then I'll head into the responsive design with Bootstrap. I'll be honest, I really have no idea what Bootstrap is, but I'm sure we'll find out together. So basically, this said it would take about 5 hours. Now let's see, I spent about 1 hour and 20. This part that I did before, which you can see here, this is the part I did right now, before, that took me about 45 minutes, so let's just round that to 2 hours. And I'm assuming this won't take me to another hour. So this won't take me another hour. So let's say just say 3 hours altogether. It estimated 5, so we'll see. We'll see how, if this one's going to take 5 hours or it's going to take 3 hours. Regardless, it should be fun. Can't wait to get started on these basic front-end development projects. 50 hours. I don't know, to me, like, the bigger hours intrigues me more. Like, I really want to do them. So, we'll see what actually happens when we get there. That might be... Oh, it should be even later this week we might even reach it. So, looking forward to it. Might be on by Friday we'll get to it. And this will be like the whole next week. Is project. So, well, thank you guys for watching the morning coding session with me, Jacob McIvern. You can tune in about 2.5 hours, noon Eastern Standard Time. Oops, I think I just made it go blank. Sorry about that. Tune in around noontime Eastern Standard Time. We'll be continuing with FreeCodeCamp. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys there. Thanks for watching.